Hey everyone, this is Jono Bacon, the Ubuntu Community Manager, and I just wanted to send you lovely people a quick video message. Now I'm hearing some wonderful things about FLISOL and this huge install fest that's happening over there, and I just wanted to send over some best wishes. Now I've been involved in Linux and open source now for about 12, 14 years, something like that. And over the years I've read about literally hundreds of install fests happening all over the world. In different countries, driven by different people from different backgrounds. They've happened in different venues, in bars and restaurants, in coffee shops, in university campuses and classrooms. But in many ways it doesn't matter what the place is, and it doesn't matter what the location is. What matters is that you folks are putting free software in front of new people, and that is a hugely valuable contribution to our community. Now when I think back to 12 years ago, and I think back to running an install fest back 12 years ago, it was pretty complicated back then. You know, because Linux was pretty complicated back then. You had to manually configure everything. You had to compile kernels and get hardware such as graphics cards and sound cards and networking hardware working. You had to manually configure X and all the rest of it. In fact, I remember one of my first install fests back then. I was at a computer fair in central England, and I was stood behind a table. I had long hair at the time, and an Iron Maiden t-shirt. I think I actually looked pretty intimidating. And this really nice guy comes over and he says, "So what are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm telling people about Linux." I explained what it was, and he seemed interested. And he had a laptop, which back then was pretty special. I mean, they were so expensive. Not a lot of people had laptops. Most of us had base machines. So anyway, he was interested in me installing it on his laptop computer. So I start on it, and I think what he expected to be a 15 or 20 minute job quickly turned into about 2.5 hours of me manually configuring this laptop, while all the time trying to convince him that Linux is really easy to use. But if you spin forward to today, Linux really is easy to use. I mean, you could probably take an installation CD for Linux and put it upside down in a floppy disk drive and it'll still install. And the reason for this is that we've made huge progress over the last 12 years or so across the open source and Linux community. I've been saying this a few times recently in interviews. I've never been so excited to be part of this community as I am today. I feel like we are on the verge of really taking free software to the mainstream. And we've got developers and documentation writers and translators and people from many different backgrounds with different skills all helping to make this happen. But you know what? Easy to use software doesn't mean a dime if no one knows about it. It doesn't mean anything if people don't get to see it and to experience it and to see how it can benefit them. And this is the reason why I think install fest, such as what's happening here, is just such a tremendously valuable contribution. Every single one of you who's contributing to the install fest, every single one of you who is taking your energy and your time to help other people see and experience the benefits of free software, every single one of you can go to bed tonight knowing that you've done a really good deed today. So I wish I could be there. I can't be there. I'm here in California. But you know, rest assured, from this part of the world, I'm there with you all. If not in person, I'm there in spirit. So take care, folks, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Bye bye.